trenches, relax.
Welcome to the Trenches Podcast.
Wonderful.
What is that stupid ass drink?
Bro, it's okay. I know you had a rough day, Matt,
Yeah.
but we don't have to insult.
No.
drinks,
You know what? It's not even about that. It's about how you tried to treat me last episode. So I'm glad that you held up a drink within the first 5 seconds. So I can,
Bro, here's the thing. It was those. I didn't even you know what? I didn't
My
want to
little
tell
sister likes those. Whatever you're drinking, my little sister likes those. I don't even have a little sister, but
Bro,
if I
it's-
did, she would like those.
you. Sparkling water, bro. It's blueberry.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Sparkling anything.
bro, we were drinking sparkling alcohol drinks last time.
I don't remember.
Me either.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't
Those
remember.
nasty ass drinks that you like, bro.
Dude, they get the job done.
They definitely do. Yeah, yesterday. Anyways, what's
I went
cracking?
out the other night. We got champagne, and that's way worse.
I love champagne.
Oof.
I'm a mimosas type of guy.
Mimosas.
Those are my favorite. Are you judging me on that too, bro?
No. Mimosas I can get down with. Endless mimosas? Bottomless mimosas?
Dude, so there's so many spots out here that have that, and they're just, dude, they're on it, bro. Like, you know how some
Dangerous.
places will bring you like just a jug and then some
Yeah.
juice, but these people bring you like 4 or 5 bottles and be like, "You guys will be good for about 35, 40 minutes." All right, cool. And they just keep bringing them, bro. It's insane.
Dude, bottomless mimosas at like 11 a.m.?
Dude.
Yeah, see ya.
Bro, have you seen my stories, bro? Like where we go, it's like right next to the Bellagio. When you come out here for closing, bro, I'll take you guys there.
I love it.
But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shop Talk. I'm here with the great, the frustrated Mr. Matt. What's going on, everybody?
You know what's wild is that I
Talk to me.
changed my shirt. I changed my shirt for this.
Bro,
And then we're both wearing polos. I just noticed that.
yeah, I know, but I don't. This is one of those shirts where I don't know how I feel about it. Because I was wearing a white one. Because I was looking at myself
Yeah.
in the last video. I'm like, man, I look kind of good in these white shirts, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
But then
Somebody
I'm like-
commented on the last video talking about how yoked you were looking.
Bro, I was like, man, you right? Leave these motherfuckers' shoulders.
Yeah. Somebody was commenting about
Bro,
that.
you're looking godly today on this Monday, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying it looks like I dropped down from the heavens for sure.
For sure. I mean, your windows are a little dirty, bro, but it's cool.
You know, okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Listen for 1 second, okay?
But
If I could do it, if it was up to me and I had the ability,
Right.
It's not the inside of my windows, it's the outside of my windows. I already have like 12 complaints into the building. Hey
Already?
guys, window washers are coming today, and I see them, and they never come over here.
Right.
I see them repelling all over the other parts of the building, but they never come over here.
They just skip your side?
Dude, I don't know. They might blow some bubbles on my window, but they're not wiping them down. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the deal is.
But I mean, in their defense, bro, you are on the top floor of 100 stories. I'd be scared too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, usually they bring the helicopter and they just like one guy hangs off the helicopter and they kind of do so I don't know if like there's a shortage on the helicopters or what on the helos.
I don't
But
know,
they
bro.
need to get it together.
Bro, real quick, you're looking a little. Hold on,
Oh boy,
no, you're like kind of pixelated, bro. What's going on?
is it still?
Is your Wi-Fi on?
Yeah. You want me to turn it off and turn it back on?
Yeah, try that. Cause now you look.
I don't
good,
know.
but it was definitely pixelated, pretty bad.
Worse now, probably, right?
It's bad now.
I'm gonna turn it back on. Yeah. Tell me
It's
that's
better. It's better. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Fight through it.
No, for sure, we're good.
Look, as soon as I started talking shit about my building, they cut my Wi-Fi off. I know. See, they're listening.
Is this the new spot?
That's why I can't. No, this is the one. This is the one that I'm trying to sell right now. I was just talking about it with my attorney about an hour ago. He just got back from Tulum, Mexico,
Very nice. Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
and yeah, he was there for like over 3 weeks. Every time he was considering coming home, he would text me like, "What's the weather over there?" And it literally snowed for 2 days here. It's
Bro, I
2 days
saw it
straight.
recently.
Yeah, and so I was like, "Bro, you'll never get. It's snowing right now." He's like, "Oh, I'm here for another week. See ya. I'm here for another week." He just FaceTimed me like an hour ago, and he's like his first day home, and he's like, "I don't even know what to do here." He's
Bro,
like, "I want
that's
to go.
so funny.
I'm going to Florida." He's like, "I'm going to rent
Damn,
a place
for
in
real?
Florida for 4 months." He said he's going to rent a place in Florida for 4 months.
Jeez.
So I told him, I was like, if I don't sell this place within 60 days,
Yeah.
I go, I'll just rent it, and I go, I'll go be a cabana boy or something in Florida.
There you go.
I'll do some weird stuff.
Bro, why isn't it moving, bro?
It is. I've had showings. I've had it's only been on the market too for probably 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I've had showings, some good showings. But condo market is always a little weird. It's always like, condo market's always a little oversaturated, you know? Like one building alone has 500 units in it.
Damn.
So it's just a lot of competition, you know?
Right.
So like my building alone probably has over 10, I'd say, units for sale right now.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean? So like, like a house, there's only so many houses on a block, and so it's just one of those things where it's just like anywhere you look up, like in Vegas or Chicago, you look up condos 200 to 300,000. There's probably going to be 1,000 units, and you look up houses 200 to 300,000. There might be 200 in this market. There will probably be 2. But yeah, so it's fine. So I got 2. That's why when you were like, you want to do this tomorrow, and I said no, let's do it today, and I just forgot that I have a showing tomorrow at 4, and then right before we got on, I just got another request for like 1. So it's just like, so you know.
Yeah. But see those are
You know.
Yeah. I was gonna say those are good problems, bro. But it's kind of like, wait, is it
it's good.
You're the one selling the houses for these showings? Or
Yeah,
is it for this
like
one?
this is my condo, yeah.
Oh, you're doing showings for yours, not for
my
other
own condo, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. So they're setting up showings to come see my place. So it's fine. Like I'm happy to do it. It's
Right.
just, when you're living in the unit or living in your house when you're trying to sell it, so you gotta like get like. So I every time someone comes, I try to get it cleaned.
Gotcha.
So my cleaners are coming tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. I've gotten this place cleaned more times in the last 3 weeks than I have in 4 years, probably. Just constantly.
Bro, I was talking to my wife. I'm like, I'm once things start going, I'm like, I'm hiring somebody to come and do laundry, bro.
It is.
That's one of those things.
It is like it's like a life hack, dude. It's unbelievable. I don't do that, but like, because I've had a few different cleaning people, like randomly every once in a while, like you want to do something nice for your girl or something, so you hire a cleaner to come and clean the place. So I've probably only had a handful of times, but like, and some are obviously created better than others. Like I had one come years ago, and I did it like as a surprise. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the cleaners to come. They're gonna make it real nice. So when she comes home, it's clean. She texted, she texted me, and she was like, "Did they even come?" And I was like, "What? Yeah, I paid them $400. They were there for like 5 hours. What do you mean? Did they come?" And she's like, "Oh, well, did they do the whole house or did they?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
That's so funny.
Are you kidding me? So then I came there, and I mean,
so
they could have done a better job, but like they could have done a better job, but to say did they come is just a wild question to ask me.
For sure.
It's just a wild question. No, not did they come? Did you look? How about that?
Fuck. Yeah.
Let's flip it back on you. Did you look? So some are created better than others, but these ones that I got for here, they're ballers. They come and they do and I don't like, it was either a deep clean or a regular clean. So a deep clean was like whatever, $400, and then a regular clean's like $150. And so for the first cleaning, to start off all the showings, I did a deep cleaning. And I came here, man. They did my dishes. They put it in the dishwasher, ran a load. They did laundry, which I didn't even ask them to do any of that. They folded all my towels, put everything away. They folded my clothes.
That's what I mean right there, bro.
They did. I mean, it was amazing, man. They organized like all my stuff. It was so they're my go-to now. I can't like. So yeah, it's a life hack for sure. So now I'm almost spoiled.
Yeah, of course. Bro, because we had, my wife and I were busy, bro. We got little man and stuff. And it's like, the laundry's done, bro. It's going to be at least a week before the shit gets put away. And by the time, you know what I mean? You know how that shit goes, bro.
Yeah, I do. I wash it. I put it in the dryer. And and it's unfortunate, most times it sits in that dryer. Yeah. And then throughout the week, as I need clothes, I just go in the dryer and I just pull out what I need.
Bro, let me tell you.
And that's the life.
Bro, I'll do you one better, bro.
That's the life.
Bro, I'm late in the mornings because I'm looking for shit, right? But then, like, I get excited when I'm like, dude, there's shit in the dryer, so it's cool. Like, it just because I'm like, I just got to open that motherfucker, look for the shit I need, and we out of here. You know what I mean?
And you know the dryer's only a certain size, so there's only so many clothes in there, so it's just, yeah. But I do get frustrated when I'm running late. And instead, like, it'd be so much easier if I took everything out, folded it, put it where it was supposed to go, and then in the morning you'd be able to grab stuff, So and then I'm in that dryer looking for like one specific thing, because like you could pick anything you want, but you're going in there looking for that one shirt for no reason, or like those one pair of socks and I can't find them when I'm in there, and I just got out of like a hot shower, so I'm like sweating because I'm hot still from the shower, and I'm just all of a sudden I just start grabbing stuff out of that dryer and I'm throwing it on the ground to give myself space.
Bro, I do that because sometimes our dryer's kind of big, bro. So like I'll pull everything out and then it's on the floor and I'm searching through shit. I find it and then I just grab everything and I throw it back in that motherfucker.
Throw it right back in there, yeah. Throw it right back, and now I'm 15 minutes late.
Yeah, every morning, bro. Except when there's a new load in the dryer. I'm like, hell yeah, we're good. Yeah,
that's our fault, man.
It is. I do it to myself. But you know what, bro? I'm doing better. I started to put gas at night, so I don't have to do it in the morning.
Oh, look at you.
Look at it's little steps,
I mean, that's like when we were kids, like high school and grammar school and stuff, where I used to not only did I used to lay my clothes out before, I used to sleep in the clothes I was going to school in the morning.
Really?
So I wouldn't even have to change in the morning.
So you just kind of get up and go?
Get ready at nighttime, shower, the whole deal. Put my nice little polo or whatever I was wearing in my pants, and then I would just lay in bed like this, not move, because I didn't want to wrinkle any of my clothes because I would sleep in it.
Yeah.
And then I just throw them covers off in the morning, take off.
Bro, that's so funny, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't that ready, but.
Yeah, I mean, I did that for the
college?
first week after summer break.
Oh,
yeah, till college. Yeah. I had my lunch with me and everything when I was laying down. And I'll just pop up. Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's funny.
Fun times.
Dude,
I'm sunburned on the back of my neck right now.
I know, bro. What's going on? I called you this morning. You sounded a little disgruntled. You sounded like me last week, bro.
I feel like I'm gonna faint right now.
Why, bro? You all right?
It's just so hot back here, and the back of my shirt's off. I'm gonna be shirts off halfway through this.
Put the blind down.
You're gonna see just two nipples in about 22 minutes.
Bro, you don't got a blind?
Unbearable. Yeah, I got a blind. Come on now.
Well, I saw no.
I just don't know how it's gonna look with the.
Oh, you good, bro?
You tell me.
Dirty ass fucking windows, bro.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see that anyway.
Oh, you good?
Ooh.
Perfect. Look at that.
Ooh, little backdrop.
That might be the thumbnail, bro.
Wow, bro.
Is that hot?
Hold on, let me wipe that upper lip real fast. Yeah, I need one of those ahas or whatever those are.
Oh, dude, they're amazing.
Ho-hos.
Man.
Yeah,
bro,
I feel like you last week. Right
yeah.
now.
What's going on, bro? Talk to me.
Talk
to us, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, let me talk to the people. I just woke up in a bad mood. So I haven't had the air conditioning on all year so far. So I just have the windows open, which has been nice.
Yeah.
But I'm in the city, man. I'm here. We're live here in the city, and so it gets a little rambunctious at nighttime. And so the trains are going by. I got a nice little jazz club right here down the street.
You can hear it from the spot?
Oh, they get popping over there, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my guys and my girls like to have some nice loud discussions at about 2 a.m. right there in the middle of the street.
Ah, gotcha.
The other night I had somebody that they honked their horn consecutively for probably, I don't know, 6.5 blocks down the street. They just held the horn down as they were coming down the street. There was a big argument in the middle of the street and stuff. So just waking up, man. So. Though. Yeah, the one night I thought there was going to be a shootout.
Jesus,
because they were arguing for just all night long, and it's always so much fun. Like when it's like 2:00 in the morning, it's just like girls in those little dresses, and they're just like falling over because hold me back, and then like somebody falls, and there's just like it's just everything's out and
right.
So yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, I just woke up in a bad mood. One of my guys texted me at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "That's a no. We don't do that here.
Oh,
We
no.
don't do that."
Right.
So then, and then I did a walkthrough of that 36 unit today.
Congratulations, also.
I was there. Yeah. Well,
I mean, for sure. Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
It was like
So-
how do you say that word? Inspection or
Yeah, it was kind of an inspection. Yeah, so the on-site maintenance man, who's also the property manager, who's also the rent collector, who also cuts the grass and does the snow and does unit inspections and works for the village and
damn, okay.
my man is just one guy for 36 units, and so
That's a lot.
yeah, he stretched very, very thin. And then I was supposed to be there at 10 a.m. this morning, so it's about half hour away. So I was getting ready at about like 9:15, and all of a sudden the guy that I'm partnering on it is like, "Hey, give me a call. We got a problem over there." No. And I was like, "Dude, what's up?" And he's like, "There's a sewage backup into one of the units, and it's overflowing, and it's buckling the floors and all that kind of shit." And I'm like panicking. I'm like getting ready. Same exact thing that we were just talking about, like out of the dryer and shit. Yeah. I'm already running late. I'm trying to go get my coffee. And I was like, am I going or no? Am I going or no? And he's like, yeah, I'm just letting you know. And I was like, okay, well, I'll see it when I get there. I got to go. Coffee's ready. I already put the order in. I got to go, my man. I put the order in the Dunkin' app 5 minutes ago. It's ready.
Because then the shit's going to start to get watery. I mean, like, you know,
dude. I don't even really like the taste of an Americano to begin with when it's fresh, let alone when it's been sitting there for 9 minutes. So I gotta go, man. We'll talk in the car.
Right.
So, and then dude. And then I go, and then when I call him when I leave, he's like, Did you go? What was the problem? Did you go in that unit? And I was like, no. And he's like, what, you couldn't get in there? And I was like, no, I could, but I'm not going in there. I go, my man came out in a hazmat suit to tell me about it. And I was like, I didn't bring my rubber boots and a hazmat suit to the showing. So, no, dude, I'm not going in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we went there, and I was looking through the windows, and yeah.
Oh, it's a puppy.
What up, girl?
Look at that thumbnail.
Boom. Yeah.
Wait, so damn, bro. So what is that? Sewage backing? Is that like when shit comes out the toilet? Like something's going on?
Yeah, pretty like it could. And I don't know what it was, but he said it was sewage. So yeah, it's from like the sewer line. So it could be. And he said that So what you can do is, this is why plumbers make great money, man. Because they deal with this type of stuff. So you can rod out the pipe, and so it's basically a big drill that has a huge, basically a huge rod. And so you put it, you can take the toilet off, and the toilet has the pipe. And so you can rod that all the way down, and it can go all the way to the street, to the sewer line. And so he had done it, I think he said he had done it like 3 weeks prior. I don't know if there was an issue before or what, but he said he had done it 3 weeks prior, and he was pulling out like diapers and stuff, stuff that you're not supposed to flush down the toilets. And so, but he said he only did it 50 feet. So he's like, I don't know if maybe whatever was in there to begin with, I got some of it out, but whatever else was in there, I only went 50 feet. So maybe I just pushed it farther down. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, I need to get an extension to be able to get all the way to the street, to like the sewer line in the street. And so that's where he's at now. But like I said, this guy comes out in a hazmat suit, and I was like, you're going in there? Burn this place down. What are you doing?
So what happens with stuff like that, bro? Like, so the unit just got all messed up because water started coming through?
Yeah, so I guess it was like coming through the toilet. And I don't. It was already a vacant unit, so I don't know how he knew. I don't know if somebody called or what the deal was. But so yeah, that was within 3 seconds of showing up there. And so we did a walkthrough of pretty much all the vacant units, and there's about 15 vacant units. 4 of them are non-paying tenants. So which is 2 of them, I guess, want to try to work something out possibly, and the other 2 are said no. But they had an issue a couple weeks ago where the old maintenance man, he was disgruntled, so he came there and just started wrecking all three buildings. So he was kicking open doors, smashing windows. He stole a refrigerator, I guess, which I don't even know how you do that.
What?
How do you steal a refrigerator?
Strong as. How's he go?
Dude, yeah. And then like somebody asked me, like one of the partners was just like, well, was the maintenance man there when the guy, like, why didn't he stop him? I was like, he stole a refrigerator. What are you gonna say to a guy that's
Bro, how you think he was carrying that shit out, like on his shoulder?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What am I gonna do? Stop that guy?
Yeah,
dude. I shoot that guy and he probably would sneeze at it. Like he wouldn't even care. Go ahead, sir. You want me to open the door for you?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want me to do about it?
So hold on.
Yeah.
So this what do you mean? Somebody like the guy was breaking windows. He used to work for the owners?
Yes. Yeah. So he was the maintenance because the owners have owned it for 2 years, I think, and so this guy was already living there. So he was kind of an existing maintenance man that was there,
Okay.
and so he lived there too. He was on site as well. But they got into a thing where, I don't know if it's because the owners weren't paying him or whatever, but they were in some beef. And so I actually met this guy when I did my original walkthrough, so like a month ago, 2 months ago maybe, and I could tell he was upset at the owners, but he seemed okay. I saw he took me into his unit. He had a nice fish tank in there. He has a nice little setup in there. And then I don't know, something happened from that first walkthrough till a couple weeks ago. And he went there and just started wrecking just like I said, kicking doors open, and so they had to secure all 3 buildings where they had to make new doors with custom locks on there and the whole deal. And so when I walked through, I took videos, and there's still broken glass everywhere, all inside these units and everything from this. And I was like, man, this guy had a field day over here, huh?
Yeah.
And like, yeah. I go, was this over a few days or just one? And you're like, no, just one day.
Damn. So he's went on a rampage.
He must have done push-ups and stretched before he went over there, because he kicked 50 windows while he was there.
Fuck, dude.
He was
really?
he was for sure sore the next day, guaranteed.
Jesus.
I guarantee. He had to his hamstrings and everything had to be sore. Yeah, he kicked out full patio door windows,
right?
Regular windows, the whole deal. So, so it was a little worse than I had originally anticipated, and so I got my work cut out for me for sure.
What did you like the vacant ones? Like what? Just off of you walking through, like what type of stuff are you gonna have to anticipate to do?
Oh man,
because 15 is a lot to do at one time.
15's a lot. 15's a lot, especially when you only have 30. There's 36 units
like
total,
half,
but the current maintenance man, he occupies one of the units, so really it's 35. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're almost at 50% plus 15 vacant plus the 4 that are not paying. So we're at pretty much 50%. So
wait, I'm sorry. One more question. Are the people paying covering the mortgage?
In its current capacity. Yeah, so it depends. I think it's really at a break even right now. Like I don't think there's any money being made in its current state. Mm-hmm. I talked to some of the tenants today too, which was nice. And they all seem like good people. They all seem nice. They've dealt with these owners for the last 2 years, and it's basically the owners that are causing all these problems with the tenants and stuff. So they all, they said they're still paying rent. They still want to stay. They can't wait until new ownership, the whole deal. So right. I'm hoping that once new ownership comes in and a lot of these problems get resolved and fixed, then it'll be fine and we can get these things rented. But yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done just to get these things rented. I thought a lot more were closer to being rent ready than they are. Uh-huh. Like we got to get 2 dumpsters there for sure. You got to do an entire a couple. There was more tenants that were not paying. I think there was like 6 total that were not paying, and 2 ended up moving out. But of course, they didn't bring a single thing with them when they moved out, so they left all their stuff there. So there needs to be like a complete trash out that takes place first of just getting everything out. And when the maintenance guys were making all these doors, they literally like had a table saw over there and they were like custom cutting doors, and so like there's a bunch of units in there that just have like sawdust and it's just a complete construction site in a few of these. So it's gonna take a little bit longer than I had anticipated, more work than I was anticipating, but the numbers are great in theory when it's fully rented and all good. So we're working on the number. I have the guy that I'm partnering with. He's running numbers for me tonight on what we should expect return wise and all of that. Because today was a little eye opening where I was like, okay, we gotta make sure that we're on our shit over here because it can go south real fast.
I got you. Okay, cool. So with I don't know. I got a lot of questions, bro. So like, just first things first, I guess. Like, with tenants being just like really mad at, like, what like, I almost feel like you have to neglect what people are saying for people to get that mad at you, bro. Like,
dude, they're furious at.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe just because I've always worked in like customer service, and I guess this is different, obviously, but. You know,
but you're used to being polite to people and having a mutual respect to people and stuff like that. So,
like, for sure. So, like, but, like, what does somebody have, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so basically what's happening over there and is he's not fixing any of the, like, so if a tenant calls him and is like, hey, I got this problem, whatever it is, he doesn't fix it. So it's lingering issues. So these people are living in these units with these issues that are probably easily resolved, but he's not fixing them. But then all of a sudden, so he'll ignore them for the entire month. And then once the first of the month comes, now all of a sudden he'll answer his phone, or now all of a sudden he's calling them, and then he'll rush the maintenance guy over to their unit real fast to do like a touch up or to like put a Band-Aid over the problem because he wants that rent money. Because the only time that he's ever calling them is when rent's due. Gotcha. And then another thing that's happening is, so I guess you need a permit to park in the parking lots.
From issued by the building?
Issued by, so it's issued by the village, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, but they said that like a tow truck company comes around all the time, and I guess the tow truck company has the ability to issue you permits. So you can there are stickers that you put on your car so they know that you live here or whatever. So what this owner was doing was when he was upset at a tenant or a tenant owed him money or whatever, he was calling the tow truck company and he was towing their cars.
Jeez, bro.
And some of these tenants had been asking him, like even like the one that I talked to today, she's an on-time tenant. She's nice. She's cool. She had been asking him for weeks and weeks and weeks for stickers. And he was like, ask the maintenance man. And I talked to the maintenance man, who's really cool. And he was just like, I don't have the stickers. He's like, why do they keep saying, ask me? And so tow truck, she had been asking for weeks. Tow truck company comes and they're in the middle of like hooking up her car. And one of the other tenants just so happened to look out and he like gave her a call. And he got his hands on her keys somehow and was able to move the car. But like, there's just a lot of stuff like that. So another tenant she was getting water in her unit and she was complaining to him. And he just wouldn't fix it, wouldn't do nothing. So then she called the village.
Shitty, bro. Like, what do you expect? That's shitty as fuck. Like,
so then she called the village because he wasn't fixing it or doing anything about it. So she called the village, and then the village came out and did a full-blown inspection on the building. So he's causing more problems for himself. But that's a lot of what it is. It's a lot of neglect. It's a lot of just being kind of like a slumlord, man. It's just like people that want to just buy buildings and collect the rent. They want the money to come in. They don't want to spend any money. They only want to see it coming in, not going out. So,
yeah, bro. Diego, man, he was dealing with that for the longest time, bro. Where he was living
with his landlord
in Mundelein, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, like, we used to hang out hang out there all the time, bro. And it's just like everybody's always got some just whatever, you know. Yeah. And he's just like, bro, these motherfuckers don't do shit, bro. And if I had to guess, bro, I'd say it's maybe 50 units, bro. It's 4 big ass more than that, bro.
Yeah.
It's probably like maybe 50 per building, and there's 4 big ass buildings right next to each other. Yeah. And the same thing, bro. Like, I don't know. It just sucks, bro, because it's like these people. I don't know. I guess you gotta look at it a bunch of different ways, right? Like, they're renting from you, they're giving you rent. Like, I don't know. I guess I just can't see neglecting people's, like, what if they got kids, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Most of them do. That's the problem. Most of them are, it's like a single mom, 2 kids, 1 kid, 3 kids, depending on the size of the units and depending on what the situation is. And so, yeah, man, especially like anything with like leaks or water. You know how many times, I would say the most common thing, if I have a tenant coming to me from another place, especially Section 8, because Section 8 will issue you what's called
Section 8 will issue you a
Section 8 will issue you what's called emergency moving papers. So if it meets a certain criteria, like your house or wherever you are has mold, it's flooding, it has a certain whatever, they'll give you. So even if you have a lease, if there's I had one where it was a domestic abuse where her ex showed up at the house and there was like a thing that happened,
Right.
and so she didn't feel safe anymore because he knew where she lived, and there was like a physical altercation. So of course, like she was able to break her lease, and then Section 8 issued her emergency moving papers. So they basically fast track you, get you your papers so you can get out of wherever your current situation is.
Right.
And I would say the most common thing that I hear from other tenants that have emergency moving papers is like, I have this thing that's leaking all the time, and now we have mold, black mold.
Oh shit!
And I've told my landlord about it numerous times, and he never comes over, he never fixes it, nothing. And she's like, and they're always like, I have kids, little kids, and they're living here, and da 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 da. So then they have to get their emergency moving. It's like the fact that it has to get to that point where they're not answering their phones or communicating with their tenant. Mm-hmm. To the point where they have to go talk to their caseworker or talk to whoever and go get emergency moving papers to get out of there is crazy. Like how I just couldn't. I like same way that you, like your mindset, mm-hmm. like how you can't believe. I can't. Like it always baffles me too. Like I would never let it get to that point.
Yeah, bro, that's wild. Like I get it, bro. Like you of course you want to cash flow, bro, but at the same time, this is a person, bro. I mean, like
these are people.
I don't understand.
It's not like, it's not like you're renting a storage space mm-hmm. where it's just belongings in there and someone's calling and complaining like, hey, I have boxes in there and it's leaking on. Like, yeah, you're talking about mold and, I've seen it, unfortunately, too many times where I've done showings of multifamilies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And you go in one of the I just did one probably 2 months ago where it was a 6-unit, I think it was. And, the family had left for the showing, and so we went in there to view it. And in one of the kids' bedrooms, around one of the windows, you could see it in the up on the top of the corner, mm-hmm. All the way up to the ceiling. It was all black mold.
No.
Yeah, and I was just like, nobody is seeing it, and so I had to tell the agent. I was like, I'm not sure if you just didn't see this or what, but this is the kids' room. Mm-hmm. This is the kids' room, man.
Yeah,
like, this is like the cool. little kids. So that's where a lot of, I think, the disgruntled tenants come from, and that's always the scary part too. Like when you're buying a building that has tenants in it already, mm-hmm. is like you got to know who are you quote unquote inheriting, what kind of situation. Like had I not known how bad this seller was or anything that was going on, mm-hmm. and I thought I was just getting a bunch of happy tenants, and then on day one. They
go on strike.
Oh,
bro?
You ready for this? They got picket signs out front and they go on strike. Yeah, bro. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that
thought everybody was happy.
No, here. For sure. That's one of the things that I've thought about too about the multifamilies is like, because my uncle, bro, he'll send me like, the MLS about the the information on the property, and then there's like a deeper like the layer 2, I guess. And like I saw one, man, it was awesome. And then he's just like, unfortunately, read this. So I read it, bro, and it's like one tenant doesn't pay, or 2 tenants don't pay. One tenant is month to month, and the other one's open. I'm just like, oh fuck, bro, like this sucks. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then it's like
that's the additional information that only agents can see.
Yeah, it goes like agent to agent, I think. And it's like, it's just crazy because like a lot of them too are like, don't bother the tenants, don't do it. It is kind of like a toss up, you know what I mean? And that's one of the things like that I've thought about too, because I just want to make people's lives easier all around, no matter what. But it's just like, you sort of have to, like grease the wheels on some of these things. You know what I mean? You don't want to piss anybody off because they're all.
No, and it's a double-edged sword too, and it's kind of like that walking that fine line. Like you want to provide a safe, affordable housing for people. You want to make it so they're comfortable, so they can treat it like their home, mm-hmm. so they live there for as long as they want to, and they feel comfortable. And then if things break there, you obviously want to fix it. Right. But on the other end, you also want to like set a boundary as well, where they're not calling you for every single small thing, because then it's like when a new tenant moves in, it's almost like they kind of try to test where that line is of how much you'll do and how much you won't do.
Okay.
So it's like, of course, like if you have a leak or something, like I'm coming to fix it.
For sure.
If you have, whatever, especially anything water related, I'm there within 24 hours or less, mm-hmm. 6 hours or less, depending on how bad it is. But it's just like, oh, my light bulb went out or like something. I'm like, yeah, go to Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Don't know. And I've done it too, where like I'm not going out to go get you light bulbs. Depending on what the situation is, if you want to go buy whatever is necessary, I can take it off your rent. I can do one of those things. But yeah, like sometimes you get tenants that try to see where that line is of how much you'll do. And you know, I had a new tenant that moved in. I'm not kidding you. Mm-hmm. That first 60 days, she was 2 calls a day, I would say.
That bad?
2 calls a day, where she was just, you know, getting used to the house, and then just every cabinet she was opening up, it was just, and then taking pictures and be like, when is someone going to come over here and fix this? When is someone going to come over here? So I did a lot of it, and then at one point I was just like, listen, here's your responsibilities and here are mine.
Right.
Here are the things that like I will always mandatory come over for, but like at the end of the day, this is your house as well, and there's going to be some wear and tear that you are causing as well.
For sure.
So it's just one of those things. So
yeah, that comes with. I feel like that definitely comes with time, because I'm gonna, you know, Chuy, my light bulb's fixed. I got you, bro. I'll be right there.
That's and then it's like, and depending on where, and it's different. Like
no,
your
but
situation
I'm doing that shit, bro.
and well, like, and especially like your situation, where you're going to be living in the property. Mm-hmm. So it's like, in one sense, it's convenient because you're like, oh yeah, I'm right next door, no problem. I'll come over and change the light bulb. And at the second time, though, you're like, I'm right here, so they know that I'm right here. And that's the problem when you live in a property with other people. It's like if they know that you're the owner, or that you're the guy who works for the owner, or whatever you want to claim that you are, and they know that you're right next door, they come knocking on your door at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, like, oh, I got, my light bulb's out, and you're like, dude, I just want to relax.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah.
I got work hours.
For sure.
Like, that's what the current maintenance guy is like. He's like, man, sometimes I'm out here at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. He's like, I don't get Saturdays off. I don't.
Damn.
So I'm hoping that we can structure something for him that's going to be a lot better for him, where he can. Yeah, I was like, dude, you're just one guy for 36 units. Like, that's crazy. So we need to do everything right now and fix everything, so that way this guy can go and, you know, relax on a Saturday and not get bothered.
Sure.
If he wants to go take a vacation or take a day off, he can. Right now, it's just not set up that way.
Now the 15 that are there, are they all like 2-bed, 1-bath? It's kind of a mix.
Yeah, it's a mix. Yeah, it's a mix of 2 beds and 1 bath. So I like the layouts of them. They're good sized bedrooms, so that's always the biggest concern. I don't know how it is in other cities around the country, but, you know, and I'm sure it's the same, but like bedroom sizes is always a big thing here, where it's just super hit or miss. You know, a lot of like 3 bedrooms are really 2 bedrooms with like an office, because that 3rd bedroom is just so small that you can't even fit anything in there, but they're marketing it as a 3 bedroom, so it's tough. So these are nice because the square footage of them are nice, and the bedrooms are both, like if it's a 2 bedroom, both bedrooms are decent size, where they almost either or could be like the master bedroom.
Okay. That's kind of how it is here where we live right now, bro. It's like my son's room is tiny, bro. His bed has like a little slide, and that's it. You can't do shit in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of them are like that, especially once you get to like that 3 bedroom. Yeah. It's like I said, they'll market it as a 3 bedroom. You get in there, you're like, this is not even like a baby's room. This is, you know, like in Chicago, they'll have a multifamily, and it has like an extension in the back. And it's just like this super small room, and they're like, yeah, this is the 3rd bedroom. I'm like, for
right.
Can't even put a dog cage back here.
So is it like you guys have to, like, floors, cabinets, paint, like the whole 9 with all of these? Most of them?
Yeah, and that was my thing too, because like usually on something like this, I'll bring in my own guys, like my own maintenance guys, my own management, you know, whatever. And I know what my guys do. I know what they're capable of. I know like our quality of work. So this is something a little bit new, where this guy is already there, and he does all the work and all the turnovers of the units. So that today's walkthrough was essentially that as well. I told him, I go, bring me to the best unit that you have available right now. Like, what's the closest you have to being rent ready? Because I wanted to see what in his mind, he was considering rent ready. Like, what is his standard and what are my standards, and how close are we? So I saw 2 of them that were probably 70% or more. Even with those though, I would still want to do new cabinets and some new. So it's tough. So, but the other ones, like where all that trash is and all that, like new carpet, New countertops, new cabinets, new toilet. I want to do 36 new toilets. Everybody's getting a new toilet because I want to start fresh. New vanities. So we got some bathrooms with some pink tile, pink bathtubs.
What?
Green bathtubs. Yeah, you got the old school like 70s pink and blue and green bathtubs with tiles. So
that sounds expensive, bro.
Yeah, you said you were gonna. You're not wiring that money over anymore?
No, I got you. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure nothing changed.
No.
Yeah.
You
said you were just gonna pull it out of your left pocket. I think
I got
was
it.
your exact.
On my pink shorts, I got some new navy green ones. Navy green ones.
They're not in the same. They're in the salmons, huh?
Yeah. But I got you, bro. It's nothing. It's just you're saying now it's 15 and they're pretty fucked up. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, you were gonna take it off the rubber band.
Yeah.
Go that route. I get you. So yeah, and then I got that other house that I'm supposed to close on. That one got extended, but that one also is just that one needs a trash out as well, and there's people living there.
So how you do that?
People living they've been living there for over a year, and did I tell you about that one? Or
No, I don't think so.
With so I'm buying that one.
Oh, you told me that one, the 7650, right? Or
yeah,
72.5. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was supposed to close already, but it's going to close in a week or two. But they must smoke 85 cigarettes in there a day.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's very bad. So like as soon as you walk in the front door, it's like I said, when I was in there, I was in there for probably 20 minutes, and I sat I was like standing in the living room talking to the guy that lives there. I felt nauseous, just like standing. I could just feel it, like just seeping into everything. And I went down to the basement, and they just had these like glass jars
full of buds.
Full of bud. One was full of buds to the brim. The other one was full of just tobacco, like all the full. And then they had a bucket for the overflow drain for the hot water tank, and so they put the bucket there so the water would drip in there, and the water was probably 3/4 of the way full, and then there was just cigarette butts in there too. And I was like, "There's just cigarette butts everywhere."
Dude, it's so gross, bro. No, go ahead, and then we'll continue.
Well, no, just then when I left, I could smell it when I got in my car. I could smell it on my clothes, and then when I got back to my building, when I pulled in the parking garage, I have to walk through my building, so I have to mask up. And so I put my mask on for the first time since I left there, and I was like, it was just inside my mask.
Ugh.
Like it was just saturated inside my mask. So I came home, washed the mask, threw like the Lysol wipes on the inside. Like it was just, I couldn't get rid of it.
That's nasty, bro. That is crazy,
So
bro. You probably see
I
so
already
much
told
nasty shit
myself.
too, bro, walking into these places.
So much. Especially, I mean, like I said, it's one. So I already told myself that one, I'm buying it for 72.5, but might as well call it 73 because I'm going to take $500 and go get a cleaning company that I use over in that neighborhood, and I'm going to have them come over there and just completely clean it, trash out anything that's there that shouldn't be there, and put all the cigarette. I'm going to tell them like no more smoking inside, all of that. I'm going to have them clean it, get it to like a clean slate of where I would like it to be, and then like have that conversation with the tenants and be like, this is what I expect, and this is where this house needs to be in terms of like cleanliness and all of that. But just for like my own peace of mind to be able to sleep at night, I need to get that house clean. Like it's just, I can't like, it's already rented. I'm gonna buy it and collect rent. Like it's not even like a thing of it's not even like really necessary because I'm not living there and I shouldn't care. But like I just consciously can't leave it in that condition.
Yeah, bro. That sounds.
Because it can only get worse from there. That's the thing.
Yeah, bro, and yeah, that's just.
So So I'm having all sorts of we got sewage, we got cigarettes, we got like those commercials where like the mesothelioma.
Right.
Yeah. I come home every day and I'm like checking. I'm like, is that a heart murmur? Like, is there tumors anywhere?
Man,
like,
bro.
let me just make sure that.
I think the worst part too is that when you get in the Rolls Royce, bro, it just smells like cigarettes and shit now, bro.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's nice because they have the robe hanger in the back, so I just take out the Versace robe.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not nervous. I just get butt naked in the middle of the street, throw the robe on.
Yeah, and then
get in
and
the
then
Royce
and then hop in the back and have the dude take you home. You know what I mean? It's an easy Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the thing. The driver's just waiting out front. He's a little nervous out there, but he's waiting out front. He's waiting.
The doors are locked. As I go do what I gotta do, come back.
He's got that. He's got that $40,000 umbrella.
That's right.
Just
That's right.
ready to go as a weapon.
Bro, you gotta
have
it shipped out here, bro, so we have something to ride in when I come when it's closing day.
Need that tire polish too, like in make sure no sand gets.
Yeah, no, none of that, bro. I have a tarp over here, bro.
What's
I got you.
What are you? What you made any more progress on your end? Or are you still working on everything?
So I sent. The direction we went is we're gonna do it under me and my wife and I, because I tried to do it with her, and for what we're trying to get approved and what she made and everything, whatever, it was just like not gonna cut it. So last ditch effort, I was like, we got two options. We can do, tone it down extremely and try to get a condo just under my name, or I was like, can we do it together? And the guy was like, yeah. Like, he said it in a way where it was like, yeah, bro, why don't you? I'm like, well, fuck, bro, you should have started with this shit, bro. So I'm like, what do I need to?
Yeah, what do you mean, stupid?
I know. So what do I got to do with just us? He's like, well, she needs her taxes, and I'm, everything else. I'm like, okay, cool. So that day, Friday of last week, her taxes were done. I
gotta do my
made an account, whatever, sent everything. We have the same bank account that we have as a joint one, so it's just the same shit. I already have those papers, and then a separate account that we have that's under her name. We have to print that and show that. So everything's sent, bro. Everything is no, it's not sent. I need one more.
All the secret bank.
Yeah. The just in casers.
Yeah, the rainy days.
No, I think we just need a fax over that account and then her ID, and then should be good to go, bro. And then from there, just kind of, I want to wait. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I want to wait, until the end of the month. But by the time everything gets done, is probably when everything will happen, anyways. Because this eviction moratorium is kind of scaring me, bro. I think we're gonna find out.
Do you know what is the?
So it got extended.
Do you know what yours is?
Yeah. So it was supposed to be over. January, March. No.
Yeah.
February. It's supposed to be over. Well, they extended it through April and through March. So January, March. So what's after March? January, no. What are we right now? April. So in May.
A B C.
I know.
D, E, F,
fucking
G.
it up, bro. So by May, it's supposed to be over May 1st, but who knows what's gonna happen after there. But regardless, through that, we're still going through with everything. My uncle's still sending me shit. And yeah, bro, we're looking around from the 3 to the 350s max. That'll put us at that'll put us at a comfortable, more than comfortable. Like, worst case, if everybody's like, "Fuck you, Chuy, we're not paying," we'll be able to cover it forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
that's always the thing too. Like, that's always the conversation to have. Is just what is the mortgage payment if nobody paid?
Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought of, bro.
Can I tackle that? And then what is it if it's fully rented, and how good does that look? And then kind of like, what's the middle ground?
Right.
Because it should never fully be empty, but there's a chance that it might not be always fully rented. You might just always, depending on what the situation is. So as long as you can handle that middle ground, then you're good. But yeah, a lot of people get themselves in trouble because when they run their numbers, or just it's like, I feel like house shopping or property shopping is always one of those things where, like, you always, like, that's the one area where you're always kind of willing to go above your comfortable price point.
No, not me.
Because you're like, see, like, that's what I'm saying. That's smart. So there's people out there that they know that they should be shopping in the 300s, and then it's, whoever it is sends them a property, or it's a Zillow alert or something, and something pops up for $425, and they're like, oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's everything I'm looking. It's like, yeah, of course, it's $125,000 more.
Sure.
Of course, it's. So then they start running those numbers, and they're like, well, if I work a little bit more overtime, and if I do this, and they start making those sacrifices before they even move in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then all I have to do is have it fully rented for the most amount of money that's ever been rented in the neighborhood ever. Right. All I have to do is,
it's hard like, not to almost get in that. Oh, it's only 50 grand. Like, I caught myself saying that. I'm like, this one's what was it? It was 410. I'm like, it's only 60 grand. Like, that's a car. It's no big deal. It's a 300. I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here. Because then you
name something else where you could talk
I
like
know,
that,
bro.
so nonchalant about that much
bro,
money.
but then I broke it
Just
down,
never.
and I'm just like, bro, that instead of like a $1,800 mortgage, that's like $2,200-$2,300. I'm like, it's doable, but I don't, like that's the thing too with with the missus and I, through everything. I'm like, listen, let's do it, but let's also not like I don't want to be eating. I mean, if I have to, of course, but like I don't want to be eating ramen every day just to get this.
Yeah, ramen's dope every once in a while, but not like a mandatory.
That's what I'm saying. So
like you're in jail 3 times
sure.
a day.
If you guys want to hear us talk about jail, make sure you check out our last episode.
No, I don't want to tell you. I just got scared again. Hold on a second. I just had a flashback.
Make sure you check out our last episode on welcometotrenches.com on YouTube. It was the funniest segment we've ever had.
I should have wore orange jumpsuit for this one.
Yeah, but that's what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's one of the things where, of course, let's get uncomfortable, taking out a loan for that much, but let's also not, we have a child too, bro. You know what I mean? But like the way I look at it too, bro, is like with, let's just say whatever, like it's for I don't know if I should say this.
I love these moments. I live for these moments now. How much do I want to tell?
So, like, when you get a haircut, you sometimes tip the guy, right? Yeah. Well, you see what I'm getting at? Yeah. So, with just that, we'll be okay. What it is in a week.
Now I see why you're... Yeah.
I'm trying to flex on these barbers, bro. But no, but I'm just saying, like, there's reserves, there's different things. Like we don't have to go into the, my wife's paychecks, my paychecks. It's just the house calls I do, all this extra hard work that I do. Just that can take care of everything. It's like, you know what I mean. So it's like there's not lines of defenses, but I guess rings of importance. You know what I mean? Like there's different before we even get to like the principle of, her and I's salary, I guess.
Yeah,
so
and I mean,
that's cool.
And that's all. Like, I had a guy over the summer. He was a VA buyer, and he bought a multi. What did he buy? He bought a 2-unit. With
Bro, they don't even have to put anything down. I almost
third.
joined them. I almost went like this when they told me they don't have to put shit down.
Dude, salute.
I was like, "Where you at, bro?" Biden, I like you, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's
Put me
anyways.
on the front line.
You were saying?
No. He bought a 2-unit with a third unit, and so he went through the exact same thing where he had legal money, I guess you want to call it, from his job and whatever it was, and so that money was tight on paper for qualification purposes. So it was like he made enough, but like it was very tight. We had to get a little creative. But me and him had a conversation off to the side, and he's like, "Listen, man," he's like, "I'm getting money from school, and I'm getting money from like," so he's like, money that they don't know about. But he's like, "I'll be fine." But I was like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "You just have to be able to show them enough so they're okay with it, and then as long as you're comfortable, like that's the thing. Like whatever that extra money is, as long as you're confident in the amount that it is or the frequency that it comes in, that's fine." There's just people out there who, they're relying on that money in their head, and it's just like it's an infrequent. Like yes, sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't. Like I've talked to people, and I'm like, "Yeah, but how often do you do that?"
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, every 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe." And I'm like, "Yeah, so." Maybe if you get there might be a chance where you have a tight month and you just base your entire purchase off of this side thing. And if you don't do it, then you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage this month.
Yeah, that is kind of wild, bro, to put yourself in that.
And it's just like, and a lot of people, they want to play that, they want to play that stunting game where this is their chance to go impress everybody. So then and like I said, they're supposed to be shopping in the 300.
I'm just kidding.
Who doesn't?
No.
Like don't get me wrong. It is always fun to go on, the Zillows and the Redfins and all that and go look at $1 million properties just to, have fun looking and seeing. But like I said, some people that should be shopping in the 300s that are now looking in the 450s. 500s, and they're like, well, and they start making those excuses in their head, and they're already making sacrifice. And it's why do you want to buy something and be house poor? So now you can't even enjoy anything. You can't go out. You can't go to restaurants. You're working all the time. Like, who wants to go buy something that you're never even in because you have to go to work 3 times as much now just to make ends meet?
Bro, it's so funny that you said house poor, bro. To
impress your friends.
The first time I heard that was actually the owner of our work. Shout out to Alejandro, bro. At Fino for Men, bro, and he talks about that, bro. He's he's like, well, I don't talk about his information, but like, he's like, bro, the last thing you ever want to be is like house poor. You know what I mean? It's like, well, yeah, what good is this fucking house if I have to, besides these 2 businesses, I have to go and do 45, 6 different other things just to, like, that sucks.
Like, yeah. I know plenty of people like that just, they have to work every hour of the day in order just to make ends meet at home. And it's like, why?
Yeah,
what's the point of even having that thing then? Because you're not even going to ever be there. You're going to be at work for 12, 14, 16 hours a day just to pay that and still be broke.
Yeah, no, hell no, bro.
What's the point?
Yeah, dude, it's funny because
just so
me on the before I called you, bro. Me and Kim, we had just came back from lunch, and we're talking about you. I'm like, man, Matt is rich as fuck. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I was just like, because I was telling her that about Florida and stuff. And I was like, see, that shit's cool as fuck. I'm like, it's just 3. I'm like, it's just, as of right now, it's just 3 of us. Maybe we'll get a puppy. I'm like, I don't want no fucking big ass house. I just want like, just a regular house with some nice shit, a pool, and a little place where I can do my podcast and do, my office. And I'm like, I don't need shit though. Like, and then I was like, we can make this shit so cool to where like, I don't want to like leave. Everything, you come over here. Come, let's enjoy my shit. You know what I mean? That's some cool stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm all about like experiences now, I guess, more than I don't know. I've never been. I think it's just because I never really had anything growing up. I didn't have, I just didn't have anything, right. And so usually you want and so I got what I wanted, I guess. Like I live in a city, I have a decent condo, I got regular, but I never had like aspirations to be a millionaire. I never have an aspiration for anything crazy, really. Like I want, like we talked about, I don't want. My goal isn't to make more money so I can have a giant house. My goal is to make more money so I can have more experiences, really. Yeah. So I can have the freedom to go have a whatever living situation where I can go down to Florida for 3-4 months and go get a nice little spot and make it nice and comfortable and have a dope little thing and a pool maybe and all that. And then if I want to go back to Chicago, which I don't know why I ever would want to do that, but if I ever wanted to come back here, maybe check out the skyline for an hour and go back.
Bro, when we did the first episode, bro, I told Kim, I'm like, I would love to have a spot just like this in the summertime. Because it's not big. I'm like, it's fucking tiny. 2 bedrooms, like just for a couple months we'll come out here. I'm like, that shit is, I don't need nothing else, bro.
Because that's the thing. Like when you live somewhere for a long period of time, like you get a house, like, people move into a house and they're like, this house is so big. This is too big for us. And it's like, no matter how big a house is, you always find a way to fill it. So like the longer that you stay in a house, the more you fill it, the more crowded it gets, the more you're like, oh, I hate it here. So like when you have a little 2-bedroom condo or 2-bedroom whatever, and you're only there for a couple months at a time, it's fun. You don't get overcrowded. You're not stepping or living all over each other and all that, because you're kind of bouncing in and out, and you can make it fun. And and especially like, that's why I live in the city, man. There's nothing like, I'd rather pay what I pay to live here than to have a big house out in the suburbs and stuff, because there's nothing like waking up in the city and having the skyline and like it just does something to you and makes you want to go
for sure. Yeah, that those mornings
and having that view that you guys had and that
bro. That's it's no, you're good.
But yeah, there's nothing. We good?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah, there's nothing like I said, man. Like it's frustrating as I get it. Like nighttime when I have my windows open, it's just loud and it's crazy. But it's just something
still
like
beautiful though, bro.
Dude, and I went out to the suburbs for 9 months a couple years ago. Nice townhouse. It was newly built, the whole deal, and forest preserve across the street, and that's all it was. It was just literally forest preserve across the street. So I'll wake up and there'd be fucking like deer and weird animals over there and shit. And I remember the first night I was in my living room at nighttime, first night in the house, and I was standing in the living room window and I was looking out and it was pitch black. And I just stood there and it was so quiet and I was terrified. I was like, dude, I'm so scared right now. I'm a scared adult man in my house right now. Like, where are my parents? I gotta get out of here.
Bro, it's so funny, man, because I remember my dad used to always be like, man, I just want to be in the middle of I just want to be the only house 10 miles away from everybody and just have forests. I'm like, are you crazy? Dude, that's gotta be the scary. No, bro. Dude, speaking of scary, bro, we're gonna go watch that movie, The Unholy. Have you seen that shit? Like the preview?
No.
Bro, it looks fucking scary. I don't know. I don't like scary shit.
Come on.
Anyways, go ahead. Nah, bro. Fuck.
I love a good little scary movie. When's the last time you get scared at movies?
I hate going to scary movies, bro.
In a theater, it's different. I'll get scared in a theater more than I will like the house. It's been a while since I got scared at because it's just like. But what was the one that I saw? And it was scary.
Bro,
I was like,
here's the thing.
That's when you grab the blanket, you pull it up.
Bro, I start
Didn't see
the
that
movie
one
like this, bro.
Yeah. I'm like this. Tell me when it's over.
Bro, I do not. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with like, bro, because this one is like it's like sacrilegious, bro. It's like
I might if I watched it right now, I would probably know what you're talking about because that you saying that I think I was hearing people talk about it. Are you what scares you more type of movie? One with like killers, like a slat, like something like that, or like a serial killer type thing, or like the ghosts and the spirits and the weird stuff, where tables are moving all of a sudden out of nowhere and
see that scares me. Like I'm trying to think. Like I don't know, bro. Like. Once you start messing around with like upside down crosses, bro, it's like, it's like it scares me because it's like whatever, but like it's also I'm like, man, you shouldn't be playing with these type of things, bro. And that's why I get scared too because I'm there. I'm like, why am I watching this shit? Like,
you're like in the theater.
Yeah, bro, it's terrible. Like I'm trying to think, like Paranormal Activity scares the shit out of me, like that type of stuff. Yeah.
Dude, There, back in like where I kind of grew up, there was a spot, and you can look it up because it's actually like a famous place. It's called Bachelor's Grove, and it's.
Bro, I'm sorry, I got kind of anxious just now. Like, I wish I had more, and this has caffeine too, so like it kind of.
I was doing this without even realizing it. Like I was getting that nervous just thinking about it. Yeah, I'm sweating again.
There's nothing else here to drink, bro. Like I definitely.
Hold on.
Hold on, bro. We good.
Okay.
Hey, I keep it on deck, bro. It's always right next to me.
There you go. It starts on fire out of nowhere.
Bro, chill out. You see what I mean?
All right. Sorry.
No, just kidding. No, go ahead.
So yeah, Bachelor's Grove is like, according to whatever, there's like a pond back there, and supposedly it's where the mob and different figures have dumped bodies, and there's also a cemetery back there, like an old cemetery, and so. Weirdos now go back there and they flip headstones over and they do all that stuff like graffiti and there was a rumor one time that somebody like dug up a grave and did some weird ceremony back there, like just weirdo shit.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. So to get back there though, there's a walking path.
Right.
And so it's just huge trees on both sides. And so like the thing to do when we were growing up, teenagers, whatever, is to like, let's go to Bachelor's Grove tonight. So we'd sneak out and walk down. Right. And that path is so fucking scary. It's not even funny, dude. It's so scary. And so we went, and it was so fun. You always go there with like a whole group of people, and and everybody is just like holding each other's shirt like in front of you. Just like everyone's like, what is that? What is it? And you're like jerking the person. You're like, let go of my shirt. You're like, was that you pulling it? Like
have you heard of Cuba Road?
Everything. Cuba Road.
That's out there. I think it's in fuck, bro, I forget where it is. But it's kind of like that. Like I remember, it's like you'd go driving though. It's in between two cemeteries.
Okay.
And
is that the one with the girl that died or something like that?
I don't know, but sometimes people will say that they'll see shit or whatever, or like. Because like you'll drive through and it's like because it gets like foggy out of nowhere and there's no lights on top. It's so scary. But then like I remember we went and people were like, yeah, let's get out and walk. I'm like, you can get out and walk. I'm staying in here, bro. Dude. But if it like, dude, it's terrifying. So
we went back. We walked the path the one time, and like I said, you walk the path, and when you get to the end of the path, there's like a fence where. Somebody cut like a hole in the fence so you can get into the cemetery. So I don't know if there's like another way to get into the cemetery. I've never really tried, but I always just went through the hole in the fence. And so we all went back there one time. And like, I think it's like when you first get in there, there's a path that just kind of takes you around the outer part of the cemetery, And so we're all, it's whatever, midnight, and, we're all, like I said, single file walking in there, just 10 white guys and girls just screaming for no reason, like idiots. That's such like white people thing to do. Like we got nothing better to do than go scare ourselves. Like,
right. But here, like, you try to act, you try to act like you're not scared for the girls, of course.
Dude, that's the thing. Like
meanwhile, I'm screaming louder than them, bro.
Why would I ever bring a girl with to try to look tough, and then I'm like, huh? I make it that noise. That's my scared noise. There's that one right there, and that one like you can't help. Like, huh?
I know, because it's instinctual.
Yeah. It's like, was that you? And I was like, no, I thought that was you.
Bro, I hate getting scared, bro. Like my wife will do that shit to me, and like I'll get mad, bro. But like,
Yes.
I don't know. Like for me, like I always feel like I get loud. Like it's gonna scare the ghost. I'm like, hey.
Dude, my friends used to think it was like making me scared was always, they thought it was so funny because I high pitch, like my shit goes up like 4 octaves. And then, like you said, I get scared for that split second, and then I realize the noise I just made, so then I get mad. I'm like, don't fucking do that. And they're like, oh, you want to get tough now? Did you just hear yourself? You're not tough. We just heard you. We heard you, Mighty Mouse.
Bro.
You be quiet.
I'm not.
We took the path. So we took the path, and we got halfway around, and all of a sudden we were like looking towards where that hole in the fence was, and I'm not kidding you. And it could be just being scared. It could be whatever. But there was this black figure by the hole in the fence. And I was like, do you guys see that? And they were like, what? And I was like, right there. And they were like, oh my God, I see it. And I'm not kidding you. I was trying to like see if I was seeing things or not. I wasn't sure. So I kind of like bent down to see, and every move that I made, this thing was bending down and standing back up and bending down. And I was like, dude, it's mocking me or it's looking at me too. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on. And I was like, we have to get out of here. And I was like, and somebody was like, we got to get out of here. And I was like, how do we get out of here? He's standing at the door. That's the only way out. That's the only way I know how to get out of here. Do you guys know a different way? Because I don't. I'm not going, what do you want me to do? Swim across that pond where there's dead bodies in there? I was like, I should have never came with you. It's one of those things where you immediately start regretting.
So mad, bro. Yeah.
You ever get so scared that you start regretting? Yeah, you get so scared you start regretting the entire decision of you going out there.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're praying. You're like, I'll never do this again. If you just get me out of here, I swear to God, I'll do right. I'll do my homework. But it was one of those things, and we walked around, and then it was so gone. Scary, and then I was just, the girls were like, wait up, and I was like, no,
hell no,
no. I'll be in a car. So yeah, that's Bachelor's Grove. You can look it up. They have like a Bachelor's Grove website where people have taken pictures. And there's
of like the shit they've seen.
Yeah, so they're like, you'll see like like the pictures with like the little orbs and spirits and all that kind of stuff over like the last however many years. But yeah, there's a website. There's like a scariest places in the country website where like the top however many, and Bachelor's Grove is on there. Like I said, I think it's just from dead bodies or something being put on there or something. But yeah, man,
that's a no for me, big dog.
So those are the things that I get scared. Like haunted houses, man. My aunt used to take us to like haunted houses all the time growing up. Like the one in Six Flags.
Like pretend ones?
Pretend ones, but like my aunt kind of got down where she would take us to like real scary ones. I'm like, I'm 9 years old. Like, what are we doing here? I
like the pretend ones, bro. I remember I got mad at the dudes at the shop because this year I was like, because trying to get some team building shit going on. I'm like, it's pandemic, whatever. I'm like, let's go get some drinks. Always some excuses and shit. I'm like, well, everybody likes haunted houses, right? I'm like, we can find. There's Vegas, bro. There's one in every fucking corner.
Yeah, probably good ones too.
Yeah, I like haunted houses. They're cool because it's fake, bro. Like, it's people's job.
But they also they have those real deal ones where they like you get like your money back and shit if you can make it through the entire thing.
Dude, they had one of those in Navy Pier. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was too young. I'm doing that shit because they can like drop. Dude, I saw one. I think
you sign a waiver. I think where they're just allowed to do whatever you want.
Dude, there was one that they were saying where it's like it'll take you 3 hours to get all the way through, but they can like drop like I guess they'll drop spiders on you. Like they can like touch you, throw shit, like throw blood. Like I ain't doing that, bro.
Dude, someone licked my ear once. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like at one of those like waiver ones.
Licked my ear with their tongue. Licked it. Well, I was scared, and I was scared, dude. And by the way, this was 14 years ago, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. Oh my God. I got scared. Someone came out, whatever, and I was like, again, and I like hit the wall, and there was like a picture or something on the wall, and whatever this was opened up, and someone came out and licked my ear when I was against the wall, and I was like, like everything was happening. And I couldn't I was like, I'm being scared. I'm being licked. I need to get out of here. There's a bunch of fog, like smoke. I can't see.
Bro, that is so scary.
Get me the fuck out of here, please. Whose idea was this?
Bro, like that would make me think that I'm in a real haunted house if somebody
when they start licking you.
It's just like, wow, this is no person getting a paycheck would just lick. Like, there's different levels to scaring people, and that's when it's like.
Is this a haunted house still? Or did this just turn into something else? What did I really sign up for here? I just want to make sure I'm in the.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to make sure I'm at the right address. I want to make sure. I just want to make sure that the GPS didn't get lost.
Oh my gosh,
what kind of else stuff should I be expecting here? So yeah, I'm cool with the ones where like.
Yeah, I'm with those.
I had one where the guy was like, and I was like, and then he literally came out and was like, and I was like, okay, and then he just took his helmet off. He's like, just kidding, man. You want some candy? And I was like, good job, yeah, good job. I get it.
Yeah, those are cool, bro. Those
we all get what we're doing here. It's fine. It's funny.
Yeah.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are like, again, like, you know, you go get some drinks and then you go do that. Like, that type of shit. That's what I was trying to do.
Fine. Did you guys go or no?
No, of course not. Everybody was
too scared.
Yeah, it's just there's nobody. Anyways.
Yeah, I haven't been to a haunted house in a long time. Six Flags does a good haunted house. Do
they?
Yeah, it's like a big production that they do over there.
I know there's a bunch out here, bro. Like you said, they're good, but yeah, I don't know. I'll research next time.
They had one like it was the most extreme. It was the most extreme one, and it was like you had to sign a waiver, and there was all these things, and like I remember they would release, and I think there was a prize if you won. Like it wasn't even like that you'd get your money back. There was an actual prize if you could make it to the end, but you had to sign a waiver, and these people were literally allowed to do like pretty much anything to you. And this place kept releasing like little footage because they had like cameras on the inside, and they were releasing footage every once in a while of some of the contestants that came in there, and then they quit. And I don't know if there was like a code word or whatever it was. But the shit that they were doing to these people, dude. The one lady, they tied her to this table and she was screaming and all this. And they started like cutting her hair with like dull scissors and like all this crazy. And I was like, do you guys need a hug? Why would you? Who's signing up for this? How bad do you need a fucking $300 gift certificate to like, Domino's? What are we doing here? Do you guys?
Yeah, bro. I'm not one of
those
junkies, bro. Oh my gosh.
Go ride a roller coaster if you need.
Yeah, bro. People, I'm telling you, I forget which one it was, but they're like, yeah, you go into a room and then like, they'll throw like they'll just release a bunch of spiders on you, and I'm like, bro, what? Like that's. I don't know. Not for me, bro.
Why would I? Yeah.
Respectfully, bro, that's some white people shit, bro. I'll catch you at one of those. I ain't going to.
Respectfully, you are correct. Respectfully, that is a very accurate statement. I take no offense to that. I would say it's I feel like haunted houses and like amusement parks in general are typically a white outing for sure.
Correct.
That is correct. Yeah. We just like to be
funny.
We like to be scared for no reason, I guess. I don't know. We got no other excitement, I guess. Got nothing else going for us.
Yeah, fuck, bro. I don't blame you guys, man, but real quick, man, anything else you wanna? We talked a little bit about what's going on. I think next episode for sure. What's it called? I can let you guys know how much house I can afford, bro. Right? Because the process once you turn everything in, it's Chris said it was just 2-3 days.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once you get everything that they're requiring to, whatever it is, pay stubs and all that kind of stuff, he can legit review it. Like, yeah, you'll know within 20, as long as, once he reviews it and he's not busy, whatever, you'll get an answer within 24 hours. And like I said, it'll be a pre-approval that says, like, it might not necessarily say a dollar amount, but it'll say, like, not to exceed this much mortgage payment a month, this much taxes, this much insurance, all that kind of stuff. And
Gotcha.
And he'll tell you, like, here's what you can qualify for on a monthly basis, and that'll probably be around $300,000, $350,000. And then when you find an actual property, you can just send it to the lender and just say, hey, I'm interested in this. I'm going to see it. Is this something that I would qualify for? And then, and then you're good for, once you get that pre-approval too, you're good for 4 months.
Now, real quick with that, with the 4 months, let's just say I find something on the 3rd month and on the 20th day. Is that still cool? Like, even though the closing is going to take longer than that?
Oh, yeah. So you just need, like, it's just, it has like a soft expiration on it where, like, after 120 days, they just don't like it to go any farther than that without just going back and making sure, like, so that's like if it was 4
everything's
months,
the same?
exactly. So making sure
Gotcha.
that you haven't taken out $200,000 in credit cards or went and bought a car, and that your credit score is still the same and still making the same money and all that kind of stuff. So they just don't like it to go any farther than that because things can really change after 4 months. Like you give someone 6 months,
Right.
they can go, like I said, go to the furniture store and go buy $10,000 worth of furniture and go get credit cards and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And now it's completely. I just got a buyer right now who he's buying a 6-unit building, and he's like, yeah, we had to switch lenders, and he's like, yeah, he said my credit's not good enough, and I was like, what do you mean? And he told me what his score was, and I was like, what happened? And he bought a building through me a couple months ago, and he put the entire renovation and the rehab on his personal credit cards.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk. We'll talk about that on the next one too, because that's the next step.
This will be a good segue into that for next episode, because what happened was he has, on the personal side, he has roughly about $60,000 in limits.
Yeah.
But he put like $40,000 on the card, so he's at like 70%. Like he's maxed out,
Right.
and so that tanked his. And he didn't know, and so I told him, I was like, "You got to pay all those off." And he's like, "Well, I did it because it was 0% on the." And I was like, "You can." So I told him, I explained the business credit cards. And he's
Yeah.
like, "I didn't even know that was a thing." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." I go, "You got to live and learn, so it sucks." I go, "I used to do it all the time, but I go, just pay it off. This will be your lesson. Pay it off." And I go, "You already have an LLC?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I go, "Do you have a business bank account?" And he's like, "Yeah." I go, "Go in there, go sit down, go get some business credit cards." And I go, and then from now on, like this building that he's buying right now, it's going to need work as well. So anything that he can put on there, put it on that business card instead. And I go, and that'll, so he'll pay that off, and hopefully it shoots his score back up to where it was. But yeah, I mean, it has now affected him to the point where he can't qualify right now for this loan. So.
Yes, we want to avoid that for sure. Yeah, we'll
Personal
do that
cards
on the
and
next one
business
too.
cards are a big thing.
For whatever we have to do to it, to open that. Yeah, we'll do that. That's
Open that
perfect.
door.
Next episode.
Good segue.
For sure. So real quick, man, thank you guys so much for checking out the episodes. We appreciate you guys. Trying to think. Yeah, just remember, welcome to trenches.com. All the YouTube clips, all the YouTube channels. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.